This is Brograph After Dark.
To the Brograph. To the Bro Knows Man Brograph. We're all drunk and ready. The Bros Knows. The Brograph podcast.
That was good.
Oh, thank you. I'm branching out, and I'm going to start reading, I don't know, Dostoevsky or Nietzsche for 15 minutes, just for people to fall asleep. Yeah, I'm going to advertise it and see what the feedback is. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I'm done.
All right, here we go. We're starting. What up, bros? Welcome to another Brograph Brocast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
And we are at NAB. And if you have just joined us for the first time ever,
we're sorry.
Very sorry. Brograph is a supplement to our site, brograph.com, which is a motion graphics tutorial site with tutorials, plugins, podcasts, and other Brograph stuff. And on the show, we talk about everything ranging from motion graphics to C4D, After Effects, plugins, doing business, doing taxes, being a contractor, or working for the man. At NAB, we are in the Air Bro and B, as it has been coined, and we are in a room with a lot of people, and so we are going to...
There are a lot of dudes in this room.
We are going to... we have a panel. We have 5 people at a time, and so what we're going to do is take turns answering some questions, talking about some things, and we're going to rotate out, and hopefully this all goes fairly well.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It may. We've got a whole new live setup, so this could crash and burn very easily.
Oh, we'll see.
But I have a lot of faith in Dave. Dave came through today. All right, I want to tell this story because this is a good story. All right. So Dave and I are working the booth. You know, we're working for Maxon, helping them out on the AV tech stuff. You know, and we get in this morning like 2.5 hours early because we were like, it is day one. We are ready to go. Let's get this all working. Everything has been working really smoothly for the past couple days through all like the run-throughs and all the stuff. So we get there, it's an hour and a half before showtime, and we decide to turn on the capture computer so that we can do all the live streaming stuff, and then we can't get signal from the main camera. And we are freaking out. So we're doing things that you aren't, you know, first you try turning it off and on again like you do. Mm-hmm. And then we did things that you're not supposed to do like minutes before going live. We installed new drivers, we uninstalled and then reinstalled the program, which is just like incredibly scary, and like we couldn't get it to work at all. 10 minutes before showtime, we find an obscure reference on Google that says, make a new user admin on Windows, and sure enough, it worked. 10 minutes. 10 minutes till go. And it was amazing. So I have very much faith in Dave that he's going to be able to pull this off.
Dave is a
and if you don't,
master.
if you don't, you're fired.
Okay.
Google master. Yeah.
It was a PC though.
I'm glad that it was a PC.
No
That's the
pressure,
thing.
bro.
By the way, this is gonna be a short show tonight.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, he said the thing. So we're gonna go around and we're gonna talk about a few things. Everybody's gonna introduce themselves. We've been having a really good time. This is day one, and there's a lot more to go. We've got some videos coming out. We've had some really good interviews. Hello from Kazakhstan.
Oh, kill the music.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
sorry.
Yeah. Hello from Kazakhstan.
Jason, where are
That's
you?
Awesome.
You're supposed to be here.
Where is Jason? He's just chatting somewhere. Okay, so we're gonna start with Noseman, and we're gonna ask everybody these questions: your name, your website, and what you do, and who are you rendering?
I'm the father of arrogance, and people knows me as Noseman. My real name is Athanasios Pozantsis. Athanasios in ancient Greek means immortal. My grandmother's name was Athanasia, which means immortality.
Okay.
And I think, what was the second question?
Yeah, what's the second question?
The second, did you give your website?
I don't know, I got
Did
lost
you give
in
your
your
website?
Just Google Noseman. I come up first.
There you go.
He's proud of his nose.
Who are you rendering? What do you use?
What do I use?
Physical,
Vanilla Cinema 4D. That's my tool.
standard, or physical?
It depends on speed, standard, and quality physical. But, you know,
All right.
anything goes.
And what are you most looking? Well, everybody's going to say Maxon. We all know that. What are you most looking forward to at NAB?
Maxon.
Besides Maxon, we all know that.
Oh, for me, it's meeting the people again and again, and you know, people coming up to me, and you know, I'm signing autographs, and my head has grown quite a few inches since I came here. Yeah.
Don't tell him, but I've been the one asking for autographs. He's just signing the same piece of paper over and over again.
No, but it's generally the artists, the people that do the things I could never do, and the people that surprisingly come to me and say, oh, you know, we did this technique, we saw your tutorial and we learned this and that, which makes me extremely proud. It makes my mother proud as well.
You should tell your mom about the podcast. I bet she'd like it.
Oh yeah, she's
Big
yeah.
fan?
Yeah, the one from Kazakhstan, that's actually
That's actually
a VPN from Greece. Yeah, it's my mom.
And give us some tips about what you do to stay healthy at NAB, because that's a hard thing to do.
Oh, I don't drink. I just I can't say what I do.
I don't believe you.
I just smoke and I sleep early. I mean, this is the latest, the second latest
I've
I've been
the first
out.
one to leave. That's why
Yes,
he's
I
the
am.
first
Yeah, that's
one
why
on.
you're first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have I'm a control freak, so I can't let go and go out drinking and all that. So yeah, I just spoil the party and say bye and let everyone else have fun. And they tell me about it the next day or whatever they do remember. But it's fun. It's nice to be outside, you know, looking at all this and making fun out of it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna, you know, make a fool of myself if I participate actively. Yeah, so that's my thing. Fear. Yeah, that's a big
Fear,
tool.
fear keeps me healthy.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
All right. And next to you,
I'm Sage. That's what everybody calls me here.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Sage.
That's your
Apparently,
name.
that's my name.
Yeah.
and talk about what you do.
I do mostly VR. That's my day job. Environment artist.
Reddit, of course.
And I'm the moderator of the subreddit.
Right.
That is not what I get paid for. And I shouldn't be doing that, but I do it at work anyway.
Uh-oh,
I hope no one at work is gonna be listening to this.
Yeah.
Nah, they won't. You can follow me on Reddit or the Brograph Slack.
Yeah.
I'm in there a lot.
Yes, very active.
You guys are
Call
it's-
at Sage.
At Sage.
You guys are constantly blowing up the Slack. I can't keep up.
I know.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It's
ridiculous.
crazy. Yeah.
I blame
yeah.
at least four people in
There,
this room.
everyone
Those guys.
whose fault it is that Slack is super active is in this room right now.
It's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Dude, you should see the Slack today. It is like
It's super dead.
crickets.
Yeah.
It's
so dead.
You know what keeps me away from that Slack?
What's that?
What?
Fear.
Fear of failing at your career.
No,
Losing
that,
all
no,
your
no.
time to Slack.
Plain fear.
Yeah.
I'm just plain fear.
Scary.
I just joined another Slack. Andy has the C40 Python Slack. I was really
nice.
excited
That's
about
interesting.
that.
That's
Andy
right.
Needham. Andy
Yeah,
Needham.
Andy Needham.
His
Yeah.
website. I'm
I'm
called
I'm
Andy.
called
Andy,
I'm
yeah.
called Andy.
Yeah, really good. He was showing off some Python stuff on his presentation that is like way cool. Like, I think I might be able to do Python now.
I would like to learn that.
Oh, I'd like to interject here and remind people that on Cineversity there's this new plugin co-developed by Nicholas Rosenstein and Donovan Keith, where you can prototype any kind of Python scripts you have or Python tags, and it gives you a very easy way to actually make real plugins from it, and it's massively powerful. So
Yes,
I would,
I've heard about
Yeah,
that.
was it, no, is it you can create something using user data and then it creates a Python plugin?
So okay,
specifically like
in
that?
30 seconds,
Yeah.
30 seconds, if you write a script, it's very easy. You just write the code, you press the button, it executes once. That's it. So you do whatever you want to do. If you make it into a tag or a generator, it repeats. The problem is you can't use that as a plugin, like a real plugin. In order to make a plugin, you write the code in an external program, then you have to create some XML file that
Right.
creates the user data and all that. Whereas this plugin takes the user data you've created, creates all those logistical operations, it creates all the files, it gives you, it highlights anything you need to correct. So even people like me can actually write plugins now.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
That's super rad.
Yeah.
The CV tools coming through again. Those
Yeah.
things are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You just, you know something, just praise Donovan Keith and Rick Barrett and, you know, Max on US. I don't really participate, but I can take
Right.
part of the glory because I sit close to them and, you know, they radiate. I get some of that.
Nice.
Yeah, but they're fantastic,
Nice,
fantastic, very smart people.
And third on the mic is Octane Jesus himself.
David Ariev and Schmoopy. Or
And
double
Schmoopy
Schmoopies.
on his lap.
Schmoopy for the first time on the podcast.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, she's not. She's not going to talk. She's not really here.
At all. You can't just
She's
say
on the
hi.
video,
You just
though.
can't say hi.
Yeah,
Just-
she's on the video.
Voice
It's
and
true.
the
Yeah, we've
roller
been.
coaster.
We went on the roller coaster and it boggled our brains and we lost our voices.
Dude, that roller coaster was
Oh.
amazing.
It was amazing, but it was rough.
Yeah, it
Can't
was
believe
very
you
rough.
went without me. I'm still mad
No,
about
no, no, no. Don't worry. We'll go tomorrow. We'll go tomorrow.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sage has
Yeah.
the FOMO.
Make a chiropractor appointment.
Yeah.
Dave and I were saying that we think we're going to get a limo tomorrow after
Let's
the
do
pinball
it.
party.
We've got
Thinking
enough.
about that.
Yeah,
It
we
won't
got
just
enough
be a
people
means
now.
to get me to the airport when I'm drunk this time.
I know. Have you guys heard that story? Okay, so it was 2 years ago. We were talking on the podcast. We're like, yeah, we're gonna get this limo. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have so many people show up. Dude, David was the only one in the limo with us. So we literally
It was the
took
best
him.
ride to the airport ever.
We took
Yeah.
him to the airport in the limo, and then we left the limo early and told the driver, "Sorry."
No, we did catch up with some friends after that.
Your
We went straight
friends?
to- Well, yeah.
Your
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, Octane Jesus.
Yes.
Website or company? That's I guess.
ArievVisuals.com. ARIEVVISUALS. Forces you to pronounce my name right.
Freelance.
Freelance.
Totally freelance.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think most people know what you do.
Most people know what I'm rendering.
I would
You-
assume by the name.
They know what my flavor is.
Right.
What's your flavor?
What's your flavor?
And Sage, I didn't ask you what you're most looking forward to.
Or at NEB.
Yeah.
There's supposedly, we found today on the map, there's a VR like section
Oh, we gotta do that.
somewhere.
That's
So I'm gonna go hunting
On
for
the
it.
North Hall.
And
Yeah.
isn't there something
Yeah,
like?
I've got
the
someone
Voice
you need
Box?
to meet.
Okay.
Yep, Taurus Media Labs.
Sure.
Taurus Media Labs.
Isn't there also
Toronto-based
something like
company?
The Void around here that you said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
it's-
zero
it's-
latency. It's in the MGM.
We
zone.
should
It's in the MGM.
Yeah.
We should all
We
go
should
do
hit
that.
up
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, with all the time we have.
All the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And staying healthy.
Staying healthy. I just listened to what you guys told me to do before I got
Oh,
here.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So,
There you
Good.
go.
What did they tell you
Good,
to do?
you know, bring water, bring
Gold Bond medicated
moisturizer.
powder.
Dude, that
Moisturizer.
Gold Bond
I'm
friction
telling
defense
you.
is like a
Swamp
savior.
ass, no more.
And here's the thing about it. Here's the thing. You got to do it before you need it.
Yes.
Because
If you do it after, it's
too
just
late.
gonna burn.
It's too late. Oh God. So okay, so we got that. Now,
Yeah.
now same for you, Octane Jesus.
What were the questions again?
What are you most
looking
excited to
forward
see?
to?
Yeah.
So I'm actually most looking forward to Raid Zero's talks.
Yeah,
For
boy.
Sirius. He's got 2 of them, one tomorrow and one the next day. So yeah, I'm looking to learn all of his secret informations.
That dude is amazing.
That
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And then what do we do to stay healthy?
Staying
we eat
healthy.
at Wolfgang Puck every single day and get the Chinois chicken salad, which is freaking delicious.
And whiskey down every night.
And whiskey down every night.
Right.
Which is exactly where
That
I'm
just
going
burns off
in
the
a
excess
very
tater
short
tots that we eat
while.
in the morning.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
All right. All right. There we go. All right. We are gonna kind of after we do some intros, if in these questions, if we have time, which I think will be okay. We'll come back around if people want to come back to the mic. We
Yeah.
can totally do that. David, you're going to be on the YouTube channel for us and EJ
Yes.
this week, and we'll be doing tons of interviews.
You're like, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You,
Like you didn't know.
you knew that.
How long was that interview again, David?
18 minutes.
18 minutes. Yeah.
You interviewed Zachary today.
Zachary Corzine.
That
Yeah.
dude's awesome.
Dude, that guy
I've never
is
met him before.
That was
killer.
an amazing
Yeah.
presentation.
Like
Yeah.
it's
if
so
you guys didn't see it, check it out on C40 Live when it hits.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I was saying that, like, you know, he does stuff in C4D that makes you go, oh man, that's such a great Houdini sim, you know?
Right.
And it's like, nope,
Nope,
just
C40.
done in typical
Also, he's
C4D.
combining the supermography stuff with
Uh-huh.
Octane. And
Yeah.
Like the color shader in Octane using some of those C4D nodes.
Yeah.
I had no clue that you could do that.
Yeah.
So that was blowing my mind.
We're gonna see a lot of that coming from you now, aren't we?
No, I'm gonna stick with mine. Next is a snowy scene.
Okay,
I'll be, like,
okay.
underwater and like
Oh,
tunnels.
yeah?
I've got like a
Wow.
whole thing, a whole bunch of stuff that I want
There
to
you
do.
go. There you go.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
let him corner that area of
Right.
the Octane market or whatever. Yeah.
All right. Change places.
All right.
Okay. Good night,
Musical
internet.
chairs.
We've got like 20
What's coming
people
next?
to get through.
Yeah, we've
right.
got
Not even an
1,000 people.
exaggeration. Yeah.
All right. So coming up next, getting
All right.
getting on the Octane Judas.
Octane Judas.
Everybody's getting
Oh,
situated.
and then tall and tall. It's like
There we go.
corner.
There we go. Okay, so if you're in these 2 seats here, move that way toward Matt. And if you're in
move
this
this way.
seat, you move this way. Make sure that you're on video. There we go.
Gabriel says get closer to the mics.
Yes.
So,
There you go.
How close, Gabriel?
that's nice.
Sexy. It'll sound a lot better on the podcast after
All right.
I sweeten it. So, name and website / company, what you do, and who are you rendering?
Who am I rendering? G'day. I'm supposed to say that. I don't say that. Casey, kcv.com.au. I'm from Australia, live in Hawaii. First time to NAB, first time on the podcast.
And you can't tell, but he's actually 10 and a half feet tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the floor right now.
Ding! Where's the bell?
Sorry, I didn't ring the bell.
Oh man.
Someone ring the doorbell.
There we go. Come on in. What else?
What's our next question?
Okay, what do you do?
We did the plug.
And
I mean, a little bit of everything, motion graphics, a little visual effects. A lot of corporate stuff, but every now and again some fun stuff.
and who are you rendering?
I am an active follower of Octane Jesus.
Yeah.
Only on Sundays.
Okay, here, I gotta ask you this question. Since I got you here and you're on the spot like this. Okay, so you live in Hawaii,
I
right?
do.
How's the market there?
What market?
Yeah, okay.
there is
Okay.
no market.
And I gotta imagine it's really expensive to live there. You
It
know,
is,
like
yeah.
my folks live there and I visited, and it's like Vegas. You know, you're paying $9 for a smoothie.
Yeah, it's not cheap, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I come from an expensive country as well. And I thought Australia was bad, but Hawaii is like 10 times worse.
Now, do you get a lot of clients like, since you're kind of in the middle, you know, do you get a lot of overseas clients in Australia and a lot of overseas clients in the US?
Yeah, like I mean, right now, like I'm in middle time zone, so I have Australian clients. I have some major clients in Montreal as well.
Okay.
So I straddle like all time zones. So it's 6 a.m. meetings or midnight meetings or whatever it is. It's horrendous. But I mean, you do what you got to do.
I would think that also, like, since you're in the middle, like you're finishing up your workday or something when Australia's waking up,
yep.
you know, and like, or you're finishing the work that they had just sent you at the end of the day on the East Coast. You know?
Yeah, it's a mess, but I don't know. You do it, you make it work. And I mean, I've been freelancing for 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way right now.
Do you surf?
I try. I'm 10'12" or whatever you said.
There's this one beach in you live in Oahu?
Yeah, like in Honolulu.
There's this one beach. It's the best beach I've ever been to, and I don't know where it is, but I'll find it and I'll tell you to go there.
Yeah, there's a lot of beaches in Hawaii.
yeah. Have you been to the Disney resort there?
I have not.
It is awful. Like, it is the worst beach I've ever been. It's like swimming in Galveston. Have you guys ever been to Galveston?
Yes.
Houston? It's awful. It's like walking on rocks. You know, and it's Disney. You'd think it'd be amazing, but it's on the crappy side of the island.
Oh
not the good
I'll let
side.
him know.
Appreciate that. If you could do that, that'd be great.
Did you send us the photo like a really long time ago wearing the t-shirt?
Oh, he won the very first.
I won the
Brograph.
first t-shirt. Yeah, I mean,
and then like cut the arms off and like completely desecrated it.
I have it in the room. I brought it with me.
I'm gonna like totally not pronounce this name correctly as usual. Matthias Day. Freitas.
Nailed it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's perfect, dude.
Octane God and Redshift God in the same room. Wow.
That's happened a few times.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So the next question: what are you most looking forward to seeing besides Maxon?
Besides Maxon, I'm here just for the people. I mean, yeah, we can watch the presentations online anytime, but it's just great to hang out with a bunch of like-minded people, and I'm just happy to be around.
Totally.
I gotta say, I love the fact that there's the NAB 2018 channel in the Slack because everybody planned all this together, got the Air Bro and B together, and the fact that we're all sharing pictures and you can see everybody at the airport making their way, talking, people on the same flights, all that kind of stuff.
I was saying it's really cool, like, all you guys are like because we work from home, you know, a lot of us work from home, and like, we're chatting with our friends online, and then all of a sudden, and we don't know what they look like, and it's so nice to finally put a face to all these names, except for no one knew who Raid Zero was, and they sat right next to him.
Tips on staying healthy.
Staying healthy. I think we're doing it the opposite way that everyone else wants to do it. We're on no sleep, lots of alcohol.
That kills everything.
I have no tips. I got nothing to give in that department.
He fully plans on leaving sick. Like, if he's not, it just wasn't a good time.
It's not Max on crud, it's the Max on fever. That's
okay. Roberts.
I'm Phil Roberts,
aka
Raid Zero.
Yes. I've been trying to teach him to introduce himself as Raid Zero.
He
introduced himself to Chad Ashley tonight, and then he goes, "Oh, Raid Zero," and he goes, "Oh."
The amount of times I've heard that though, like as soon as I say, "Oh yeah, I'm Phil," and then it's, "Oh okay," and then say Raid Zero, and then it's, "Oh," like that's it's been weird.
And you just went freelance, right?
Yeah. So I've got 2 weeks left.
All right.
2 weeks left at work, and then fully freelance. Yeah.
Awesome. And what do you have set up? You've got your website.
Yeah. So raidzero.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen your reel. It's nice.
No, cheers.
And who are you rendering?
Octane.
Obviously.
Always
Obviously.
Yeah. And so we're hoping to get you doing some tutorials on the site.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're putting you on the spot right now.
Yeah. Be able to do that soon.
I think you and David are going to have to square off a little. It's going to be some competition, right?
He wants Photoshop tutorials.
Oh yeah. Have you done any schmoopy Photoshop tutorials yet?
I have not. No. Thanks for that.
It's been like a year. Or so.
Yeah.
Promise I'm not right. So What's next? Most looking forward to seeing.
So we kind of saw like the tail end of Andrew Kramer today, and he's got another. He's got
a great tail end, I'll tell you.
And so yeah, probably going to see Andrew Kramer tomorrow.
His tail end.
Yeah, his tail end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh yeah.
And tips for staying healthy at NAB.
Man, my throat is so bad. So just throat lozenges. I think that's the. Bring anything that can save your throat.
Paul was talking about something today that's supposed to be really awesome. What
I don't know. It's something you stick in your nose.
Yeah,
you know?
it keeps it
moist
Yeah.
while you're sleeping.
I need to talk to him then. Yeah, because I'm waking up with the Gobi Desert in my mouth like every morning.
I am drinking so much water throughout the day. I wake up every 2 hours to pee. It's awful.
That's a good alarm clock.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Me? Okay. Well, I'm Liam Clisham, Redshift Judas, I guess, and
Octane Judas.
Octane Judas.
Right?
Sure, I guess. I don't know. Is that right?
Because you're like betraying Octane Jesus.
I guess so.
You're not
okay.
betraying
Redshift.
You're
True.
Yeah.
I still like Redshift Judas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with that. Dave can go with whatever he wants.
I think Raid 0 is gonna be Octane Lucifer.
Octane 0.
We're like creating a rivalry.
Right?
Yeah. No.
We're creating a real render war.
Ooh.
So where am I located? So
yeah, website,
531. If you just do a search for that, it's the easiest because I have hyphens sometimes and underscores. So just do a search for that.
If you're watching the Brograph stream on Thursday nights, you can watch the Redshift stream.
That's
Redshift
right.
live on Thursdays. Yep. Usually Tuesdays there's a tutorial. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. I write for School of Motion. I'm a TA there as well. So I'm kind of all over the place.
And what are you looking forward to? We know what you're rendering. Right?
Sort of. Well, yeah. I kind of hop
do other
around.
things.
Yeah, like even though I make all the tutorials, I've been telling people here that have met me, like actually I use Arnold a lot too, and hop around.
You're my go-to Arnold guy.
Yeah. So I'm kind of agnostic a little bit.
Cool. So what are you looking forward to?
Hanging out with everybody here has been really good. I've never been to NAB, so I've kind of been looking forward to the whole thing. It's been really interesting, and then just talking to people in person that you never get to talk to. You know, like Paul. I never met Paul.
This is very different than anyone else's first NAB.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I believe that because I've heard like your podcast last year when you were talking about it. And then School of Motion did a podcast last year and talked about it. I was like, this is not like what you guys talk about.
You know what? Here's what's interesting. So, like, what was it, 3 years ago or 2 years ago when we did the podcast, it was you, me, and David, right? In the middle of the night. And then the next year, we had, like, maybe 6 or 7 people. And now we've got, what, like 19 people?
Yeah.
It's like, next year, there's going to be 50 people.
Yeah.
You know?
We're going to have to, like, podcast live from some event or something.
Seriously.
That's probably going to be next year.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Like podcasting live from the beer house.
Just renting out the Casino
actually,
Royale.
Yeah, dude.
Now that's already happened, so I wasn't really thinking about it. But that event was probably the main thing I was looking forward to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we didn't even talk about the beer house event.
That was way cool.
Yeah.
I think what did it turn out to be? 600 RSVP'd and like 350 ended up showing up. It was a really good crowd. Yeah, I think that's what Joey said.
Everybody was there. It was insane.
I was talking to Joey and I was saying, I was telling him about the DFW C4D meetups, and I said, yeah, you know, our last one we had like 85 to 100. He goes, oh, that's pretty good. That's like, you know, a small portion of this one. I was like, what, you're showing off that you got like 3 times as many people as us?
Yeah, like 1/5 of it.
All right.
Keeping healthy?
Yeah, keeping healthy is the next one.
I'm not doing anything. I didn't take any advice. I mean,
watch, you're going to leave and you're going to be the most healthy out of all of us.
Yeah, I mean, I extra pat my balls in the morning so they don't stick to my legs, but that's about it.
I had 2 rules. And you broke the second one twice.
That's true, I did. Maybe even square rooted if you think about the math there.
All right, so I think it's time to change places.
Turn the page.
All right, who's next?
should
Let's
just
go.
call
We
the
need
people.
three.
How about Billy?
Yeah, Billy, get over here.
Let's go.
Waligorski, get over here. Dan Marino, get over here.
Is that 4? You're doing 4?
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. Yeah. All right, Jan. All right, someone.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, I'm already in
Come
frame.
on. All right.
I'm already in frame.
I'm already in frame. I gotta go.
Committed.
All right.
All right.
Mike Madonna, right?
Hello.
Troy
Smith.
Aikman.
Troy Aikman, Emmett Smith.
Dan Marino, Dan Dillinger, Urban Polar Bear, Troy Aikman. Any sports
Yeah.
name you want to call me.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
me.
it's really sad because I'm trying to come up with more names and I don't know anything about sports.
No,
so I'm
me
like,
neither.
I just stick with the same 3 names.
The name ruined
Yeah.
it for me. I just don't like sports.
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan, there
There
you
you
go.
go. All right. So website, company. What do you do?
So danmarino.me is my personal website. I'm full-time at Proscenium. We're a live events group. Do B2B, a little boring, but we do pretty crazy pixel maps and big LED displays. So it's more of a technical challenge than like creative, but
Right.
Okay.
it's cool.
Cool.
So are you dealing with are you only dealing with the graphics side, or are you dealing with more of the the live event setup of the LED screens and stuff as well?
So I mean, I have an architectural background, and they kind of like forced me to do some stage design, which
Yeah, okay.
I've never really done before.
And are you doing that in cinema?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing it in cinema, and then we bring it into After Effects with Element 3D.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, it's actually a really cool pipeline where you don't even need to render anything out from After Effects, and then you can just preview it right in Element 3D
Okay.
live, like it's
Okay.
on stage.
That's pretty cool. How do you like working with Element 3D?
I'm pretty new to it. We pretty much just do it for previs, so it's
Okay. Cool.
So then I guess, do we ask who are you rendering if you're not?
Oh yeah, so
When you are rendering.
No, I force cinema in whenever I can, because I mean I'm a 3D guy through and through, but I'm a big pusher of standard render. Like it.
Okay.
Cool.
It's fast, you know, especially with the newest version. It got twice as fast.
Yeah.
And I mean I'm a little biased because I also have like 16 Xeon processors
No
at
pun
my
intended.
disposal, so I kind of like have a little bit of a farm. And Pixel Plow, you know, Mr. Plow, he's
Yeah.
What-
super
that's
cheap.
his name.
Yeah,
That name again
is
is
Mr. Plow.
Mr. Plow.
yeah, no, Mr. Plow has saved me many times.
So what are you looking forward to the most?
I mean, beyond what everyone else already said about Maxon and the people, I'm a tech nerd, so I'm really looking for kind of like storage solutions and working remotely with large files. So like alternatives to Dropbox, because Dropbox gives everyone headaches.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Dropbox, if you're listening, please seriously priority downloading.
yes,
Priority
I
downloading.
know.
Yes.
For the love of God. For the love of Octane Jesus. All right, so NAB tips for staying healthy. What are you doing, if anything?
Take breaks.
Yeah. I can
What
see
are
that.
those?
Yeah.
What are
that's it.
breaks?
What are breaks?
Yeah, you know, like sit down when you can.
I'm gonna crash so hard when I get home on
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, dude.
Lots of water.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
dry here.
Cool. All right.
All right. My name is Billy Chitkin. You may or may not know me as Gurnge.
Gurnge. Yeah, I thought I was wondering
Yeah.
whether I was pronouncing it correct.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a made-up name from when I was a lot younger. Just whatever. It's my screen name, I guess. But yeah, you can find me on online on a Slack near you.
Yeah.
I think my desktop client is signed into 12 Slacks, which is a little bit much to deal with.
Oh God.
Could you hear that, Dave?
You don't have notifications on for
Anything.
Okay, good.
I just always have.
So
it
how do
on-
you keep up?
I just always have Slack on my right monitor.
Mhm.
I'm like a one screen, like working on one screen at a time,
Mhm.
and then my other secondary monitor will be like music, Slack, whatever. So I just like always have it open, and I always am just checking it anytime like unread notification, like because a channel with an unread thing will show up as white, and I'll just click it immediately because I have no attention span. Like that's how I keep up with 12 Slacks.
Right.
Is just by not actually.
What 12 Slacks are you a part of?
I mean, a handful of them are like relevant to where I work, based out of Detroit.
Okay.
Probably a third of those are like small internal or like studios around town and whatever. But like the big ones are MDA, obviously.
Right.
And then I jumped into the Brograph one, you know, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And then GSG, the now defunct Learn Squared, Slack, just like a bunch of random ones. Some School of Motion, whatevers.
If you ever leave the notifications on the desktop client by accident, and you're working, it's like knock 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 knock.
Oh, it's
and
brutal.
It's just going and going. You're like, oh my god.
My phone lately has like I actually keep my notifications on.
How?
Like I like knowing I like being a part of the conversation even though like I'm not actually typing.
Yeah.
You know, I will turn off notifications if I'm at a point where like I just don't want to hear them I'll snooze them for a couple hours.
Yeah, no, my PC at home is always on quiet hours, which is like the don't have pop-ups in the bottom right corner thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because it's just like it's always there on my other screen. So if like I'm like noodling around in cinema or like waiting for something to RAM preview or whatever, just like go, you know, dink around in Slack for a second and then just see like, you know, what GIFs can I post? What emoji reacts are like.
Yeah.
My favorite emoji react is in the MDA Slack. It's like the OK hand, like this one, if it shows up on camera, but it has a fidget spinner in the middle. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. And I think it upsets everyone every time I use it. But it's just, I guess it's encouragement to me to continue to use it.
Now, Billy, you wrote the article for School of Motion, the Mac versus PC for MoGraph.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, about a year ago. It was like a 3-part series.
That was like a really big article within our industry, I think. You kind of like rippled across our industry. I mean, it's like people are talking about it.
Yeah, we timed it right.
Grayscale talked about that.
Yeah. Going back to when that article, like the pre-pro on that kind of started, because those 3 articles came out, I think 3 weeks back to back to back. But it took me 2 months to write it, to kind of catalog all the information. If you're not familiar with what it is, basically part 1 outlines all the reasons why I believe, and the team internally at School of Motion believed, why switching to PC would be beneficial to most motion designers. Part 2 outlines what at the time hardware was relevant, so like comparing a whatever priced iMac versus an off-the-shelf PC versus a home-built PC, because that's another big thing that I'm like a really big proponent on. I think part of where I've gotten in the industry is like being able to render like cool stuff because I can put together a computer with you know 3-4 video cards or whatever on a relatively shoestring budget. Just as like a one-man band, I think it's really helped me kind of like flourish. But anyway, getting back to the article, part 3 was like software hacks. You know, a lot of people are still tied to OS X for stuff like column view and like HFS Plus, which is like the Mac OS journaled format. Because apparently, like, people don't realize that you can just download a program called HFS Explorer. It's like basically a Windows plugin to read a Mac drive on a PC, and it just works.
And you don't have to pay for it?
It's called HFS Explorer.
All right.
Put it in the dingus.
Is that in the Make Windows Suck Less part of our Slack?
I can put it in there right now. Or as soon as I, swap out, I can link that up.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
So
that sucks because I've paid for Paragon like 4 times.
I know.
Yeah,
I use Mac Drive.
Yeah.
So who are you rendering?
Nowadays I'm on Redshift. I kind of like, I got my start in Octane, because Beeple's our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just hit a wall because I just kept buying like old video cards that only had so much VRAM, and this, I don't know, it just I just worked out. I'm on Redshift nowadays.
Yeah, so you did a stream with Liam.
Yep, about a month ago.
We need to see more of those. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that'll be a fun thing. Last night at the Go So Modo Bro whatever Super Meet, I think Liam lined up a couple more guests for that. So look forward to that for the Redshift Thursdays, expanding the roster.
Nice. What are you most looking forward to?
At NAB, obviously meeting like all the homies from Slack in real life is cool. Not knowing anyone's face and like just wishing everyone had a printout of their Twitter avatar would be like just really handy.
Next year we should
be mandatory.
We should do like a pool where you actually like we'll just make the T-shirt for you. Like you pay, you pay us $15.
Avatar,
you submit the avatar, and we'll print a T-shirt for you so that you could just wear that for 7 days straight.
But other than just meeting everyone.
Yeah. Oh, pins. That's a really good idea.
No,
there you go.
That's solid. Yeah.
Thanks,
Dan. Yeah.
Dude, I'll just buy a pin maker and make my own pins with everyone's avatar.
But outside of just meeting everyone is on the NAB show floor. Is entering my name into every $50 raffle that I possibly can.
You're gonna be getting a lot of emails next week.
I used a burner email.
Yeah,
nice.
boy.
Nice.
I don't think that's you're not supposed to do that according to the NAB, registration rules. They kind of want to know like who you are. But those gift cards though.
True. So NAB tips for staying healthy.
Don't sleep. Eat the worst food that you can, and then bring
everywhere.
Yeah, bring chapstick.
Yep, I got mine in my pocket and branded chapstick. They think of everything.
Yep.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm Jan Sladeko. A lot of people say Jan. It's Jan. So now you know I had to change the name in Uber because they a few times just this is for someone else, and then I'm really grateful for it. It's you just imagine like talented people from all kind of like a part of the industry, like the matte painters, 3D UV mapping, whatever, and you put them to one building.
Yeah.
So then when you're working on something and you got stuck, you just know that you can just walk and knock on someone's shoulder. Hey man, can you help me with this?
For sure.
And he, of course, man, you can do this and you can do that. So it's like amazing. There's like,
how many people are working there?
We have like 250 around in each office. We have like 4 offices or 5 offices. Now starting new mill film in Australia. I used to work in London. I'm LA, and I mean it's ridiculous. I mean you can come there with whatever ego, but then you realize that everybody's fucking talented there. And that
was rule number 1.
And then because those people they're just like working full time. They don't even need to like show it out. They don't even use social media most of the time. Just like working fucking every day.
Can we put let's put a swear jar in the middle of the table.
Yeah, put a swear jar in the middle of the table. Take all that money and go take it to roulette.
There we go.
It's amazing. It's good. It's great. Yeah. And sometimes we feel like we are just messing around when we do Cinema 4D because there's like super sculptor for faces in ZBrush, and there's like this guy who's killing animation in Maya, and there is this guy for particles in Houdini. So we are like big generalists. I'm not working in male, but it's male design, or like it used to be called male plus. So we have more motion design vibe basically. So it's like more generalist, and we are helping either something working with them. Sometimes we are doing the animation and like the stuff what we are doing, like all of you like more motion design stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because last year we started doing a lot of intersections. I was really trying to do like the push for connection between Houdini department and Cinema 4D department because it was like 2 separated things. And we just see how those people looks when we are going for lunch. But now we kind of like try to, hey, my name is whatever. And we're starting the collaborations, and it's really exciting. And then we're trying to, what is the best way, how to export the stuff between the softwares. And sometimes we actually start learning Houdini also a little bit to know how it works. And they see animations and motion design. So it's opening new options and opportunities.
That's cool.
I mean, there's like companies which killing it already. Ixponza, Manware's machine. They have like Universal Soldiers, which can do really well both. So Mill is now kind of starting this era, and it's interesting, exciting times for sure.
Wow,
And
your stuff's all over the new Maxon reel.
Yeah, I
it
saw
looks
that.
good.
Yeah.
It looks real good.
Thanks, guys. I don't know. I just established. I did a few talks for Maxon, so I kind of established a relationship. So they just like, hey, do you have something new? And then I just send them like what I did this year, and they pick or not. I don't know. I just like.
It's funny, like, I didn't know who you were last night, like, because you weren't wearing your name badge. And then I see you today, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I know you. I've heard of you, you know? David talks about you all the time.
There's a...
Yes! Yeah, that was you?
Wait, you got to explain it.
The astronaut with the car thing, right?
Yeah, it's flying astronaut with the car in the desert.
Yeah, it was like an inspiration off of
yes.
Elon Musk, right?
Yeah. It's fun. It's actually, I was a bit surprised, like nicely surprised that people are reacting the most from all of my posts so far on this post. And it was my post because I was working on the personal project, like Exploding House before with my friend in Houdini, and it was really a lot of work. And it took us so much time to do just few seconds animation. And I thought, okay, after this, I want to do something fun just for myself, and then ideally I will entertain people. So it was my main goal, just like have a fun and do something quickly. So I really put together like model which I already had rigged before, and I did in Word Machine some like landscapes. And I never did character animation, and I thought, okay, I want to try to do character animation. So I asked guys in the mail, and they helped me to get some assets and the model. And I started playing with the animation. I was like, in the night, I was working at the mail, and they there was already just cleaning ladies, and I was like pushing myself from the chair, and I was pretending that I'm trying to head grab the chair, and I was like acting, I was like working. Oh, this doesn't work, and then people, oh, did you use a mocap? I was just like a retard. I was just pushing myself, and I was like trying to grab the chair, and it's fun. And so now I started a new series. Actually, it's gonna be 3 or 5 episodes, I'm not sure yet. So I'm already working, I'm halfway through the second episode.
Nice.
And it's gonna be like space struggle, and each has a different topic. So this was like desire for this like shiny car in the space, and I'm working on curiosity. So it's gonna be always like different topic, and I don't know, hopefully it's gonna work out.
Rad, dude.
Entertain people,
That's super rad.
And what's your render engine of choice then?
I mean, it's a good question what is the choice and what I have to, but because I was really like trying to learn Octane for quite a long time. I was using Octane, and when I got the mail, I was forcing Octane, and they, you can't use it. We don't have a pipeline for it. And we can. No, we can't. And then we working on some project, and I didn't have render power because we don't have a GPU power. And then, man, you chose the Octane. Now we have to render it everything overnight on one machine. So. It was kind of tough, and because it was like heavy render, like 25 hours render, which is not possible to do overnight. So I started learning Arnold, and I hated it in the beginning, I have to say, but now I'm actually admiring it, and I think it's cool render if you have the render farm. Then it's cool. Yeah. We have like great render farm, but if you don't have a render farm, it can be a pain.
Yeah. You know, I started, I started in standard, moved over to V-Ray, then moved over to Octane.
Same.
And then, but Octane, Redshift came out, I started using Redshift, and I've been wanting to learn Arnold, so I've been in it lately, and going from Redshift to Arnold, I find that I like Arnold so much more after using Redshift.
Yeah, people say so. I didn't try Redshift yet. I mean, I was about to jump to Redshift. But right now we have like really powerful. They bought new machines. It took me 1 year. I was fighting for Switch because we have a kind of all max, so we were fighting for like strong machines, and now we have the beast machines.
That's my struggle right now too. So I'm stuck with the CPU. Otherwise, I mean, I have Octane at home, but like that's why I also fool around with Arnold. But Arnold reminds me of like my V-Ray days when I was doing ArcViz. And that's...
If it just didn't have nodes.
It's...
I mean, to be
I like nodes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, works fun. To be honest, I don't know who's gonna win this render battle.
Yeah.
And before I was on the Octane side, and now I'm kind of trying to prepare that I don't care. Just who's gonna be the best. I will just pick the winner.
I don't think
We'll
it should be a war. You know, each flavor is good and bad at its own thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
That being said, we've already this month seen the benefits of the quote unquote war, because the Octane 4 announcement, I feel like the push in the last 12 months with Redshift's adoption has lit a fire under Otoy's ass, so to speak, and to really push forward and be more transparent and be more vocal about like roadmaps, feature developments, and so on and so forth. And they came out swinging with the release and the announcement of 4. The pricing structure changed, the feature, so hopefully that pendulum swings the other way around and we get a little bit of another bump on the Redshift side.
I'm kind of starting to
or
see
a discount on Arnold.
with others. I mean, others too. Like even just with the latest release of Octane 4, like it's starting to light a fire under other people's.
Arnold
Also,
GPU.
Yeah,
Arnold
that's
GPU,
what I wanted
please.
to say.
Someday.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be exciting times.
I was really hoping we'd hear something more about Arnold GPU. I mean, I watched the.
But they were at least teasing it since the Octane 4.
They showed it a week ago at GDC or not GDC.
I watched that
whatever
one.
Whatever the Kubernetes thing. Throwback to last week.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
Solid.
So, what are you most looking forward to?
I mean, it's already, look, as everybody said here, I think it's really important. I mean, when I already started, I don't know, a couple of years ago when I was working in London, I had a lot of colleagues, and after work, I just like, hey guys, let's go to See No Evil. I don't know if you know See No Evil. It's a really cool event in London when people showing their breakdown and behind the scenes and what they do, and you just drinking the beer and see cool stuff and do networking. And my friends, I don't know, I got a new game from PlayStation, and I just, my aunt is home, and nobody never went with me. And I'm just like, guys, I mean, we are sitting all day long behind the computers. Let's go see the people. Let's meet those people from the studios. And I'm not necessarily saying that you should go, and this is my business card, do you want to hire me? You shouldn't be like forcing too much like this networking, but just generally like speak with the people,
become friends. Become friends. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm now living in LA, so it's like, I don't know, 2 hours or whatever fly. It's pretty close. I mean, when I was in Czech Republic before, I need to fly like much further when I was flying to Spain or UK. So this is pretty close, and I think it's good to hang out and meet awesome people and just have beer, and that's
totally.
What to do.
Live stream at 1 a.m. Whatever.
And how do you stay healthy when you're out here?
Well, this year's strategy was I fly here 3 days in advance. So we are drinking before, and now I'm like recovering.
Get it all out of your system before the show.
You're on the upswing now.
I'm still on New York time. It's like 4 a.m.
Yeah, East Coast time over here too. It's rough.
All right.
Switch them out.
Change places.
Thanks, guys.
Get water.
All right.
Do it. Yeah, boy. Get over here. Come on. All right, we have two of the most active people on the Brograph Slack.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's all right.
I'm really sorry. I've been reprimanded a couple times actually since coming here.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Casey told me to stop.
No. The only person I've ever reprimanded on the Brograph Slack was Liam, because he keeps on putting eggplants. He keeps on putting eggplants emojis.
But at the right time though.
Save it for random.
Yeah, but he's the one who starts the whole conversation.
Right. Yeah, well, he sets himself up. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, be quiet, y'all.
All right.
Hi, I'm Grant. My name online is Grant. What else would you say?
Your website, what you do.
Who
are you rendering?
I work for Lucas Oil Products, and I also freelance VFX on the side.
Cool.
You can find me online at Grant Inoue which is really
Spell that.
Yeah, GRANTINOUYE.com. It's a lot of vowels. What else was there? My render of it varies from day to day. Most of the time, I think I'm using recently Redshift a lot. I also use Arnold. I want to get back into Octane, and then every once in a while, Mantra.
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 Are you? Did you say Houdini? Are you a Houdini user?
Yeah.
You're wearing the shirt. I'm assuming so. Houdini baby.
No, I don't have a Houdini baby. I try to use Houdini whenever I can. Last year I was doing a Houdini render a day for 2017.
Yeah? How'd that go?
I got through it. That's about all I can say.
Did your family hate you?
Yeah, I was basically a very horrible father for the entire year. But yeah, it was a tough ordeal, but I got through it. I told myself that I would try to render every day and watch a tutorial a day for the entire 2017. So I made it through all 365 days.
And you actually watched a tutorial every day?
Unless they're really long, then I would break them up. But I was watching them all at like 2.22 speed.
Take that, David Ariev.
David didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do daily watch tutorial every day. I got
well, I mean, I say I watched one every day, but I mean, it's tough. So there were days where I was like passing out while I was watching it, or I was passing out while I was rendering, or whatever it is. But that
must have been one of our tutorials.
There were some tough days, but yeah, I got through the entire thing, and then I told myself if I got through the entire year, I would, if I still thought I was horrible, or if Houdini was just too much, then I would just call it quits and say, well, I failed at doing that, and go back to strictly using only Cinema 4D.
That's good. I like that idea.
And after a year, I still only know maybe 2% of the program, but I'm comfortable in it, so I really like using it. So I try to use it whenever.
I'm really comfortable in that 2%.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So what are you most looking forward to?
Well, Ghost Some Dobro already happened. That was awesome.
Scoot this way. No,
Other
both
there
of you
go.
scoot
Okay.
this
There
way.
you go.
Sorry. Okay.
So everybody can
Walagorski,
see.
stay
You're
where you're
good.
at.
You gotta go this way.
And that was great. That was insane. I mean, just the sheer amount of people that were there, and it was like everybody there. We all knew each other, but we didn't know each other, and it was really great. And so that was a crazy event. And last year it was only what you guys said it was like 11 people.
Yeah,
or
13 people.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
we all fit in one booth.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it was a corner booth, and we all fit in one booth.
Balloon out to
Yeah.
well, 300 something people.
That's why I'm saying this
It was
podcast
crazy.
next year is going to be huge.
Potentially, yes. You're gonna have to get a really bigger Airbnb.
Right.
But that was great. Just seeing everybody's presentations, and meeting people. Finally being able to see everybody's faces. I really like the pins idea for next year, though.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I'm seriously going to do it.
idea.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Because if we send them to you, then you make them, then we don't have to worry about that stuff. So.
Yeah. I wonder if it'd be cheap to send a pin through like mail.
Or you could just pin it on us when we get here. Like
Yeah.
corsages.
Yeah, but it's more fun to like for example, someone in this room didn't know who RAID 0 is, but they would know if they actually had the pin on.
Or if you introduced him like you did everybody else.
Don't blame me.
But yeah, other than that, there's been some really cool stuff on the exhibit floor. Resolve.
Yeah.
Fusing with Fusion.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, is that the free version as well? Does
don't
anyone know that?
I don't know.
Because you got the free version of DaVinci Resolve,
Right.
and you've got a free version of Fusion, right?
It would be.
Yeah, I would assume that they'd,
Just like the full, like it's only so just 300 for the whole full thing.
Yeah, it's
300?
300 for Fusion. I know that.
It's for both now.
Oh, really? Wasn't Resolve like 1,000 or something before that? Or am I just
It was free. And then
free?
Right.
Yeah.
I like Fusion.
Okay.
Arcade Retro Romantic in the chat says the free mixes also. What is that?
I don't
What is
know.
that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Tips for staying healthy?
Are you talking about the whole drinking and staying healthy, or just staying healthy?
Just in general.
In general,
Not getting sick while you're here.
you gotta stay hydrated, and try to avoid. outdoors, which kind of sounds weird, but try to avoid the sun.
Don't go outside ever.
Try to avoid the sun because that will drain you if you're out in the open sun and walking. So try to take the the monorail or Uber or whatever you can. But just remember to stay hydrated. Somebody was talking about somebody had mentioned the thing to hydrate your nose.
Yeah.
It's I think it's called AYR, air.
Okay.
And it's like saline. It's like a saline thing for your nose.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that's great. Just making sure, because you go back to your hotel room and that's where you're supposed to rejuvenate. But if it's dry, then you don't, right? You're waking up drinking water or whatever it is, or coughing and waking up in the morning with a really, really sore throat because you've been yelling at Go Some Dobro at people all night. And so you need to keep your room hydrated. So like yeah. So I think we were talking about that before NAB, but you do like hacks like turning on your tub and filling it with hot water so the steam.
Lay a wet towel on your radiator.
Exactly. Or just actually, I mean, if there's an area in your hotel room that you don't really walk and you don't really walk, just pour water on there. It's wrong, but it'll evaporate and it'll hydrate.
And the black mold that comes will really clear out those sinuses.
But you'll be gone by then.
Right.
So,
True.
But yeah, that's how I try to stay healthy.
Awesome. All right. Next up.
Nice. Hey, I'm Chris Rutledge / Tokyo Megaplex on a bunch of chats. Like half and half. Some people know me as one other. Depends. And then what was the next thing?
Website,
just like look up Tokyo Megaplex on Vimeo or Instagram. I have a short that I'm coming out with real soon.
Yeah,
look out for that. Thanks. Yeah, and then what am I rendering? Mental Ray. Not actually. No, it's all like Redshift and Arnold these days. I think Arnold is my favorite, but it's just like not as fast as GPU. So. But yeah, the new Arnold 5.1 update looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked to play with that.
Yeah. I have heard rumors, not to hurt anyone's feelings. I've heard rumors that it's very crashy. That's just me.
I mean, they'll patch it if it is.
I'm sure they will. Yeah.
But yeah, those guys are good for sure. And as far as what I'm looking forward to at NAB, I really want to see. I mean, I've just been at hanging around the Maxon booth, hanging out with people. That's really the best thing. But I really want to see the Autodesk booth to just see how.
Are they here?
I think there is an Autodesk booth, but I think that if it's like it was last year, I saw someone post a picture and it was just a really sad Maya for motion graphics thing. So I want to see how sad actually it is.
Yeah. That's weird because normally they're last year I think they were right across the way from Adobe, but I haven't seen them yet.
I mean, I heard they were there, but I just think it's funny that they still are trying to push Maya for motion graphics.
Well,
when, no one wants to do
what's
that.
funny is normally the booth at NAB for Autodesk is twice as big as the booth for Autodesk at SIGGRAPH. Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't
so
know.
I'm surprised I haven't seen them.
So,
yeah,
it's all new to me, but I still need to wander around and see everything. I've really just seen the Maxon booth so far. Saw some real cool talks today, though, for sure.
Yeah, what was your favorite?
Probably the talk by Zach.
Yeah,
Zach Darren on Instagram is his name. Yeah, I was looking forward to that, and that was super cool for sure. I need to go back and rewatch it anyway, just to figure out exactly how he was doing that stuff. But
yeah, I mean, he was adding so many shader effectors,
crazy, cloners and cloners and cloners.
Yeah.
He was that was super cool. But yeah, and then tips for staying healthy at NAB. Zinc supplements.
Yeah, that's right.
My go-to move.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten sick in a year. I feel like, knock on wood.
Yeah.
But yeah, just from taking zinc supplements every time I start to get sick, then it helps, with all that stuff. So yeah.
Let's talk your short. Your thesis, right?
So it's my thesis for school. I'm finishing this short film for school that I've been working on for the past year and a half, and this past semester it's pretty much just been this, and then I've been taking a class for Nuke, and that's it. So it's no credits, just working on this. And normally I would freelance a bunch during the school year. This semester I've just done a tiny bit of freelance because I really wanted to focus on this short. But it's almost done. It's called The Loaf Zone. It's really silly.
Hilarious.
I've shown it to most of you guys, but yeah, I'm excited to to get that out there, and I'm trying to just like send it to festivals and stuff.
What was the inspiration for it? Because it's like the jokes are solid. I will say that there's great setup and great punchline.
Yeah,
you know?
Shark.
Yeah, the shark was excellent.
It's funny because like I feel like I mean in a way like the hardest part of it was like making the whole short and like doing like like animation and character rigging and like all this stuff like rendering like look dev like shaders all that. But like those can all be broken down into like smaller parts, whereas like actually writing it and coming up with it was like definitely like the biggest struggle for me.
Yeah, how long did it take you?
That took like a third of the time. Like I took it. We got 3 semesters to do it, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But the first semester was all like I wrote a whole short, like scrapped basically all of that, like kept a couple things in the background, but like rewrote everything. Like came up with an entire animatic. It was basically like and this whole thing was basically totally inspired by like Newgrounds era Flash animation stuff that I used to be really into. Like back in like middle school, I was like making Flash animations with all these people on the internet. And so that's basically what got me into wanting to do this stuff to begin with. But yeah, so that was like the hardest part, but I'm just super glad that it's like almost done.
Yeah.
I can get it out there like, and then now I can also like work on other stuff, which is super exciting.
Cool.
And your SoundCloud account.
Yeah,
oh
that,
yeah,
right.
dude. You are our new demo reel music. Anyone else in the room? His new demo reel music? No? Okay. Just us.
Yeah, just you guys and Liam. But yeah, if anyone wants demo reel music, hit me up. So I have a bunch of friends that I've been like doing music stuff with forever for that stuff. But yeah, you can check out soundcloud.com/Tokyo Megaplex as well as like some silly stuff on there. I spent like most of high school just like kind of just making beats and like not going to class. But yeah, so like since for the past like year or two, I've been like really just focusing on animation and 3D stuff. But yeah, I have a lot of fun doing that once in a while, and I hope to get to do some more of that now that I'm also finishing this project. But
rad.
That's the sort of
rad
everything.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the Loaf Zone gets picked up.
Hopefully, yeah, we'll see.
Have you thought about doing like a full length one?
I would love to do longer stuff, and I want to collab with more people and like work on more stuff like that. And you know, I wanna work with all of you guys on stuff like this. And like,
I got some scripts I'll send you.
Yeah, no, we'll about that for sure. Yeah, me and I've been talking about this a bit, but John Hutton and I, Hutton in the group or in the Slack, have been like talking about doing like a character series and doing like he's really good with rigging in cinema, and I know how to rig pretty well in Maya, and I want to transfer those skills to cinema, and I want to try to move like fully into cinema. School's been teaching us Maya, so I'm like trying to just like figure out how to do all that stuff, and he's been helping with that, and we want to try to make some like character stuff sort of all around tutorials or something like that, some kind of series like that.
I know a good website that would host those tutorials if you're looking.
We should talk. But yeah.
Talking about iDesign?
Yeah.
That's where all the quality ones are.
Yeah. No, I need to talk to EJ too, because he's also like one of the only people doing character stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. But it's been awesome just like meeting everyone and all that good stuff.
Cool. All right, well, Nick Walogorski, Rockaforce.com.
Rockaforce.
That's it. Yes.
How'd you come up with the name Rockaforce?
Just like high school weird nickname based off like a Mass Effect tricky song. He like whispers it in the background or something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Mass Effect tricky? You mean SSX tricky?
No, not SX tricky. Mass Effect and a tricky song.
Oh,
like a mashup of that. Yeah.
I did like SSX.
Yeah, that's good too.
Isn't that where your name came up with?
That's where my name.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, you Google Tokyo Megaplex, it comes up with your name before it actually comes up with the game.
Wow, nice.
Okay.
Finally,
cool. Freelancer, basically.
Yeah. And who are you rendering?
Octane.
All right.
Yeah. And what's cool about NAB is just I've been freelancing for like 15 years, in a room by myself, in my house. So, you know.
So that's the reason why you're always available to play VR.
Always.
Yeah.
Just hit me up. Hit me
Yeah.
up. Yes, so it's just, you know, only the past like 2 or 3 years I've actually been, you know, showing up to things and reaching out, you know. So it's like, you know, just seeing that, you know, the joy that I feel doing what we do, that, you know, everybody else has it too. Just, you know, hitting the right buttons at the right time is, and, you know, just is awesome, an awesome feeling. And to see that other people have that too, and just, you know, just listening all the time and learning things is in
You've been freelancing for 15 years?
Almost.
That like
Yeah.
blows my mind.
Yeah.
It now have you finally gotten over the fear factor, or is it still with you?
Oh man, yeah.
Because I'm 2 years in. I'm telling you, I am scared poopless every day.
Oh man, yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Go on.
Yeah, it's the main client. You just, you know, I haven't heard from him in 2 weeks, and just like, oh man, did a boss somewhere say something? You know, is it? Am I gonna get a call again? You know, yeah, it definitely still freaks me out. It's not cool, but and then, you know, it starts rolling in.
You know, it's funny, the VR thing, because we actually met and hung out in VR before we met in real life.
Yeah.
We go to the virtual bar and play virtual pool. And virtual
Yeah.
beers.
Threw some frisbees
and
around.
it tastes very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, frisbee and with David and checkers in the sports bar and
charades. Yeah.
I think we did some of the Western shoot 'em up stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
Drew
And then
some
we met in real
wieners
life.
places.
What's that?
Drew some wieners on things.
Oh yeah, we did the little.
Yeah,
little,
as you do.
You know, like you do. I think when anybody goes in a rec room and gets on the whiteboard, that's probably the first thing they do.
Yeah, or boobs.
Because we're 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's talk about what you're most looking forward to seeing this week.
Oh yeah, it's just like I was saying, like everybody, and just, you know, the joy that comes, you know, from what we're doing, and just seeing all the tutorials, and just walking around and seeing, you know, how many other things go into this crazy business, and just like, you know, happy that I'm not selling cables, you know. And,
Yeah. I mean, everybody needs cables.
Oh yeah, no, nothing against.
Or
nothing
getting
against
paid to
cables.
wrap cables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the art of wrapping cables.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something very
we got
important.
cables
Over
right
under,
here, right?
over under.
And if you don't know how to over under, for the love of God, please learn how to over under.
Yeah.
Everybody listening,
Please.
learn how to over
Yes.
under. And tips for staying healthy.
Yeah, if you can swing it, like a 20-minute power nap somewhere in there. I'm officially been up for 24 hours now.
Really?
Yeah, flew in this morning, so I didn't really get my power nap today, but
You didn't sleep on the plane for 20 minutes? That's like a 5-hour flight.
Yeah, maybe a little here and there. Yeah, I guess you got, but that didn't give me any power for sure. But yeah, not more than 20 minutes, because then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you just need a full
Then you
day.
just, then
Night
you need
sleep.
a whole nap, and messes you up.
All right.
Switch
it up!
Places. Who we got left? How many haven't gone?
Come on, Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Come on, Damon.
Well, Joe.
Rick Bogus.
Joe hasn't gone. Yeah, you know, Joe's gonna sit down. Yeah. All right. Joe, you're gonna go.
Yeah, I get to sit next to Rick.
All these Brograph shirts. This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, it's Bogus Rick.
I gotta go first?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang.
You pick the chair.
All right, well, I am in awe of the talent and kindness and love of everybody in this room.
Aww.
We love you, Rick Bogus.
So, what do you do?
I've done so many different things in motion graphics over the years. After Thanasis left, I'm probably one of the oldest people that is doing this stuff now. And over the last few years at NAB, for me, it's been really kind of great seeing, especially like yesterday, like all the people that I've talked to last night I talked to like probably 20, 30 people. I'm like, oh my God, this is my first NAB and I'm so excited to be here and it's so cool. And I think it's really amazing and awesome that many motion graphics people are becoming involved in the community and coming to NAB, and it's transforming the whole industry. It just really kind of is.
So we're all distracted right now because
Billy's putting eggplants in the chat.
Billy, you put your eggplants away.
With your eggplants.
That's funny.
Who are you rendering?
I'm gonna say Unity, which is a little bit left field, but I've been experimenting in Unity lately and trying to get Octane working in Unity.
Okay.
And it still doesn't. But the things that I've been trying to work on and do that have really excited me have been in Unity and Octane as well.
All right, so most looking forward to seeing.
I'm kind of like one of those yin and yang sort of people that work in this field, and my technical desires and experience are almost outweighed by my creative stuff, and going to see all of the cameras and the production trucks and the satellite trucks in the area between the South Hall and the North Hall is really cool, and everyone needs to see all of the other things that are part of our industry that you don't necessarily see, so go check them out.
Yeah, I really like, anytime I come here, I always have to make at least, a 1 hour trip into the cameras. I worked with cameras for so long, shooting and stuff, and like, it's nice just being able to see all that stuff. I remember a few years ago, do you remember when the 3D cameras were all the rage? Like actually shooting in 3D? Gosh, I'm so glad that died.
I knew that was not going to last, so I purposely didn't.
It lasted so much longer than it needed to.
I had the Evo 3D.
The Evo 3D?
The HTC Evo, but there was a 3D. Yeah, I still have that phone. Yeah.
Nice.
So
I think the next thing is going to be light field photography, though. Like 360 video is great, but like you're looking inside of a sphere. And now with like the light field technology stuff, like to actually be able to like the last version of Cinema, and you could build the light maps of scenes and be able to track stuff, and now like to do light field photography and just kind of move things around in real time and render things is kind of badass.
Yeah.
So
totally.
like we're and you guys are all pushing things and doing some amazing, brilliant art, and I can't wait to see more.
And what are you doing to stay healthy while you're here?
Drink lots of water, and that's about it.
Why Unity?
Because I can't sleep.
Why Unity and not Unreal?
Yeah, that's a question in the chat.
I don't know yet, really. For all of us, what I've done in Unity so far, it seems more like it's kind of like the argument that you get sometimes, like why Cinema and not Maya?
Right.
To me, it's kind of the same argument.
That makes sense.
And Unity for the things that we do and are interested in.
So you're saying Unreal is just a giant cluster F?
No, I haven't done that much in it yet, but
because you're comparing it to Maya.
It's the same thing with Cinema and Maya. It's just like, this is what more is natural to all of us in the motion graphic industry. So
I have been talking to some people about that this week, and I think there's a good use. It's kind of like the render engine thing. There's a good use for certain things from both of them, and what I hear the most though is that Unity feels more like Cinema 4D.
Exactly, it seems to be more useful, and for me, it's just like Cinema versus
versus Maya. It's just kind of, it feels more natural and easier to work in.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess that's it.
Yep, I'll go to sleep now.
In one of the 500 beds here.
Yeah, I'm like fading really fast right now.
Yeah.
The Red Bull, it does nothing.
My eyes are burning. The goggles do nothing.
All right.
My name is
Dude, no, let me introduce you. I'm sorry.
Your brother?
Yeah, my brother. My brother from an adopted mother.
Yeah.
What's in the basket? My brother. That was a way early pull from like crazy. What movie was that?
I don't remember.
All right.
So I got this friend request, right? And I've seen you around Facebook. Even my wife said, "Who is this guy?" Because we have the same last name, and I have never met another Milstead that I was not related to. All right, and so I get a friend request from you, and it says you also are friends with David Ariev and Cornelius Damrick, and I immediately go no. Because
Matt is with
anyone
everybody,
who is
though,
friend,
to be fair.
because
David explained that to me, yeah.
David will accept every friend request that there is. Like, literally every friend request. And then the same with Cornelius. Cornelius, I'm calling you out on that. Because you guys accept everyone. And if they're friends with those two, I know it's probably like someone...
For me, it's the fact that I get one or two every single day, and it's always because they're friends with Tom Glimpse and David Ariev.
Yeah.
Every day.
So, now that we're friends, I accepted your friend request.
Yeah.
This is Damon Milstead.
Yeah, so I'm Damon Milstead, probably known online as CCID GFX. That's my website, ccidgfx.com. I actually just finally released an actual reel that Octane Jesus was nice enough to actually edit for me because I suck at editing. So check that out. Let's see, what was that thing? Oh, what am I looking forward to? Honestly, this. I've been on an island most of my, I guess, art career. Like, I don't have any friends that do motion design. Everybody I know is online. I've gotten close with Dave. Like, we talk all the time online and whatnot. And in the different Slack chats and Discords and whatnot. But it's really awesome to meet everybody. Like, I'm really looking forward to Raid Zero's presentation and Phil's presentation.
In pajamas.
You've been waiting to bring that one.
This is horrible. Like, the meetup was the most phenomenal thing because I figured, I was gonna be following David Ariev around the whole time because he's the only person I kind of know. So last night at the meetup, he introduces me to everybody. Go, this is so and so. This is what you know him as. I'm like, all right, cool. And then today we're on the tram, and he says something about he's talking to Phil, and he says Raid Zero. I'm like, oh, so when's Raid? Because I was excited because I like Raid Zero's work. But I'm also friends with Phil on Facebook as well. So I'm like, so when's Raid Zero presenting? And he's just like, he's standing right next to me. And he goes, oh, like 3 o'clock tomorrow. And I'm like, son of a. Thanks, David. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like great. Like
I'm schizophrenic and so am I.
Yeah, no, because I mean, I was of course looking forward to meeting everybody. Like Andrew Kramer, Nick Campbell, all the guys, the Brograph guys. Like it's definitely a different experience. A snart. So I was definitely looking forward to this. It's just really getting to know the community personally, getting to put faces to names, and hopefully some people were like, "Hey, cool, I like your stuff," or they'll be like, "Yeah, you're that guy."
You talked about David Ariev, and I think a lot of us actually have to say that we owe a lot of success, even though he does accept everyone's friend request, on Facebook. A lot of us do owe him a lot of gratitude. Like, I don't think we would be here today if it were not for David introducing us to Paul and all the other guys at Maxon and Matthias, who then brought us on board for all of this. So thank you, David, for that.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
And just you two guys too.
Yeah.
You guys have
You're a
kind
fisher
of
of
rocked
men.
this over the last couple of years.
I'm telling you, man, this thing's gonna be huge next year.
I'm primarily C40 Octane user.
Mhm.
Have been for quite a few years now. I'm trying to jump into other stuff. You know, like I want to learn Houdini, but it's hard.
Don't we all?
No. No, I definitely, Octane is great.
Sorry.
I see Octane for kind of what it is for me. I mean, a lot of us, again, before I got into some of the Discords and Slacks, like I didn't know anybody else that did this stuff. So I came across people and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I like what he's doing. I'm known for doing dark sci-fi, really detailed techie type stuff.
Mhm.
And he was doing a lot of that at that point in his daily routine. And I was like, what is this render engine he's using? Because, I hadn't even used Physical. I don't think Physical was out yet by the time I started using Octane.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, how can I elevate my work? And Octane seemed to be the way to do it. And I mean, I see like the benefits, I guess, with Redshift and Arnold going to GPU and whatnot. But honestly, Octane does what I need it to do.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just a loyal dog in that regard.
Yeah.
As of staying healthy, I have no damn idea. I wish you guys would have done this podcast like a week ago.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm from Florida, and I'm from a humid area, and like my throat is like destroyed right now.
Yeah.
I've been drinking tons of water.
Yep.
The same way.
Vegas, always drink water.
Yeah.
Always,
Yeah.
always
Yep.
drink water.
So yeah, no. But I'm just glad for this, and thank you guys for allowing me to come out here and I guess push my stuff.
Yeah, man.
Totally.
Oh wait,
Mr. Chicken.
What's
No, Mr.
What?
Ri-Fi.
What?
Sorry, I
Ri-Fi.
saw your name on the thing and I got all confused. Ri-Fi.
Sure, you can call me Chicken, sure. Yeah, I'm Ryan Fife. I go by Ri-Fi on the Slack and just kind of everywhere. I run Illusion Fields. It's a very small motion graph, motion design studio in Dallas. And I feel kind of late to the game. I kind of just recently ran across Brograph and, Octane and everything. So yes, I'm rendering Octane, but that's a relatively new thing.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of getting my legs in it, but just finished up my first all Octane 3D project, so that was
All
really
right.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, your stuff was looking good. The stuff that you were posting
Thank you.
on the Slack.
Yeah.
And you're our cameraman. This
Yeah.
for all the all
Thank
of
you,
the
by the way.
yes.
Of course.
It's
We need
nice.
help. We have a lot going on. This
We do have
Yeah,
a
you
lot
do.
going on, and it's actually very nice to be just kind of have a posse who can follow us and just help us out, because there's a lot. We do a lot while we're here. As
we
you
don't
can see.
sleep much.
You guys have been here for like 4 days already, or 3
Been
or
here
something
since
like
Thursday.
Thursday, so Thursday,
Jeez.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, tomorrow will be 6 days.
Jeez.
6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, which in Vegas time is 8 years.
8 years. Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta ask though, with you being a relatively new user of Octane, how many times working in your first full project did you want to drop kick your machine?
Oh, it damn near happened like many times. Yeah.
I think that's every Octane project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a weird learning curve, but it wasn't that bad once I was able to get through some like David Ariev's and Phil Roberts videos and all that. They were very helpful, so can't
check out some Raid
give them
Zero
enough
videos.
props. Oh, I know. Like I've been hearing about this Raid Zero guy. Jeez.
I heard he's
guy, right?
he
Yeah.
Where are we at on our questions? I don't even know at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. What are you looking forward to most?
Well, the Ghost Home Dobro, everything else.
Yeah.
That happened the other day. That was awesome. Was it the other day? Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Which
Yes.
in Vegas time was
I've been
2
here
weeks
like
ago.
2
Yeah.
days, so that's like 2
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm actually looking for the Mo-Kart. Looking forward to the Mo-Kart thing. That
Okay.
sounds fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a ticket for that. I don't think I'll go.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're going to see Chris Angel. Yeah.
Illusion.
All right.
As far as staying healthy, I have no clue. I'll tell you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure. Okay, who hasn't gone?
Tap out.
Yep.
Who hasn't gone? No?
Joe.
No? No?
You
That
gonna go,
and
Joe?
That gentleman in the gray shirt.
No? No. All right.
Joe.
All right, come on, Joe.
Just come say hi.
You're the last
Okay, so
one.
you're in a slightly different industry. So we'll have a little bit of a talk. Joe's been on the show before.
I have. You may have seen my terrible tutorial.
It's not terrible.
It is terrible.
Oh, you're a Nuke guy. We worked. The three of us
Yes.
have worked together. At,
Yes. That is.
We have been through the trenches, digging through the blood and mud together in real nasty projects throughout the years.
Yeah. So the three of us worked together at a place in Dallas, and then Matt got laid
Let's
off.
tell some stories about how much that place sucked.
Oh,
do we have any good stories?
Now. Probably not appropriate.
And then we worked together at another place after that, which you're currently at right now.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Still
there. What's one good story we could say about when we all worked together?
Okay, so
ridiculous.
we were working for this company that shot commercials. Oh my God, Billy. We were working for this company that shot commercials, right? And we got this. They apparently got this big commercial where we're trying to go from one scene to the next, and so we're auditioning all these female actresses and stuff, and the boss he is Trump, all right.
Yeah,
he is Trump to a T.
He's the worst person I've ever met.
Yes, he really is the worst person you've ever met. He much like Trump has this obsession with his daughter. All right.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
has this
and Joe
weird,
has a story about
unhealthy obsession with his daughter, and so we go through all these actresses and stuff, and he goes, no. Let's just get Lacey to do it. She'll do it. It'll be great. She'll look great.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes in, and I'm thinking that, God, I really hope he doesn't ever listen to this.
Not that it matters.
But I mean, she comes in and to coin a phrase that we use in Texas, rode hard and hung up wet. She looked awful. She looked
Beat around the bush there.
rough, and it's that is a I might be saying it wrong, which actually might have made it anyway. So she just looked so rough, and they try and doll her up and put her in this natural hair wig, all these wigs, and oh gosh, that is the most unhealthy relationship ever. Sorry,
you want to talk about what band she was in?
Yeah. You can talk about the band.
Do you want to call out the band, or
yeah,
she was in a large band that most people may know of.
Yes.
More than
Are we going to say the name of it?
I'm
fine with it.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Lords of Acid.
She was the lead singer for Lords of Acid for a while.
Yes.
And she came to town, and she was playing at the Hard Rock, and of course since I was doing a lot of filming at the time for the company. I was out on the road a lot, and it's like, hey Joe, grab a camera, come on, we're going down here to film this thing. All right, and
needs to be a little bit whinier than that.
There were actually two of us. I had a camera in the back, and I was up on the front of the stage shooting down, shooting the front cam, and the whole time he's off the stage. He's like, oh no, you're doing it! Finally, he just comes in. Go, give me the camera. I'll show you how to do it. He gets up on the stage, and she's wearing, just nothing. There's just a little tiny mini skirt thing, and he's down on the ground, filming her up like this, and get down up underneath this skirt, and we're just all sitting on the side of the stage going, that's his daughter.
Right.
That's his daughter, and he's definitely filming in very inappropriate ways and areas there.
Awkwardness.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It was the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wasn't there something wasn't he spanking her on stage or something like that?
Oh, he was. Yeah. I mean, literally, the show's going on, and he's just out there on the stage with the camera, just starting to choreograph this whole thing for this.
Creeped out.
It was
and
great.
this was our boss. We had a phrase. It was F your Friday, right?
Yeah.
Because it would be when he would finally get in town from selling all of his commercials with his jingles, and he oh gosh, they're so bad.
Sorry.
They're
I'm
so
sorry,
bad. So he would come in, and we'd finally have the week's worth of graphics done, and he would just throw he would go out to lunch first, get hammered, just get totally hammered, and then throw a wrench in all of our in our graphics.
Come back at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock and be like, you need to change this. No, why would you do that transition there? That's stupid.
So there was one day that I was actually.
It's not like Cartman. I don't know why.
It kind of fits though.
Yes. Yes, change it commercial, you guys. So
Dave doesn't know.
So all right. So there's one day that he was, inebriated, and he comes in my office, and Joe and I were sitting in there. And,
oh yeah, yeah, I remember that.
And Joe
Dave-
was showing me this like cool thing online,
Now, Dave, how long had you been working in cinema at this point?
I had been working in cinema at that company for at least 2 years at that point.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this isn't like a big company. I worked
Mhm.
with my boss every day. He looked at graphics, whatever. He goes, he's looking at some of these. He's like, what are you guys looking at?
Yeah,
And
he was a micromanager when he was
Right.
there.
And I'm like, Joe's showing me this really new cool, thing in After Effects 3D, like this kind of stuff. And he looks at me and goes, so do you do animation in 3D too? And Joe and I just looked at each other because we thought it was a joke at first. I was like, look, I've been working here for 2 years.
There's
You
like
worked on
12
my
people at
graphics
this company.
yesterday.
Yeah, we're not the mill. We don't have 250 people. We have like 10.
We had four graphics guys, maybe 5 graphics guys at the time at the most. And then the same day, this is awful. Lance, who now he works for Already Been Chewed Down.
Uh-huh.
He's been on the show before. He was in another office across the way, and after this incident happened, the same day I went over and I was talking to Lance about something, and it was almost quitting time, so I was like, oh, we've got to get this thing done. I got to get out of here. So trying to hurry, but he wanders into Lance's office.
Inebriated.
Of course. And what are you guys doing tonight?
What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing tonight? Anything fun? I'm like, nothing really. Lance is like, no, nothing. I'm like, probably gonna go home and, just hang out, watch TV, date night with the wife or something like that. He's like, yeah. He's like, you gonna.
Oh boy. Be careful.
The answer to this. Hey, I'm just telling the story. So
all right.
He's like, you gonna FaceTime me when you're doing her from behind?
Yeah. He's like,
if there was an HR department for this company, their heads would explode because
Yeah.
we had that kind of talk every day, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me! Like this
Yeah.
has to be a reality TV show."
Yeah.
Because who
really
says
is.
something like that? What do you?
really
How do
could
you
be.
respond to that? That's like awful. Why would you say that to somebody?
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Did you do it?
He was.
Of course.
He was on his third wife. He was on his third wife, and we hated her. She was like,
oh my god,
oh my god, like that was our impression of her. She had like this super raspy, deep
Did you
voice.
see how poor she was?
Yeah. And they met on a cruise ship because she was one of the actresses, right? And his first wife, she killed herself because she was married to him. The second wife.
I mean, that's hard. It's hard, but it's true. It really happened.
Hey, Matt got laid off. He's
Yeah, dude. That dude laid me off because he wanted to buy a Maserati. So I don't care. That is not a joke.
Not a joke.
That's not a joke. He had to
Yeah.
lay off 2 employees so he could buy a car.
But you didn't buy the Maserati. You realized you weren't worth that much.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. So anyway, first wife killed herself. Second wife, and he was always trying to bring his wives into the business, and the second wife wanted nothing to do with it, right? So they got divorced. Third wife, she's an actress, whatever. So they get married. He tries bringing her in as the producer and then wants her to direct stuff. And like, she just really just wanted to go spend his money. And she didn't know anything about our industry. But she was the one making decisions. Like, literally. And so anytime something would go wrong, she'd go, oh my gosh.
That was our thing around the office.
And then we'd get called into the office afterwards and go, why'd you let that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen's directing the thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. All right. So anyway, I can't believe. Here's the deal. We've got 20 people still watching, and it's 4:30 on the East Coast.
That's
Wow.
People go to bed.
Morning.
How long have we been?
I don't know, but it's almost time to go. Before we do, here's something we have to do. We're gonna do one Beeple's People.
Yeah.
Now,
Really, you're gonna have to edit this.
What?
You're gonna have to edit in the music.
It's already in there. I just put it in the right place. So David.
David, do you want to sing it?
And I need one more person who thinks they can do some Beeple's People really well.
Oh, Sage, dude, Sage, get over here, dude.
Wait, are we singing it or what?
Once y'all get here, I was actually gonna have everybody sing the song.
You guys know the song by heart? All right.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Peoples, people, where'd you get those greebles? Peoples, people, what's up with that guy?
Yeah! Woo! That's so great. Considering just 1 year ago you made that song up.
I didn't make that song up. Dave made the song.
No?
Did I
You
make
made
the
the
song?
song
No,
up.
I recorded
No, EJ.
it.
Yeah, it was EJ.
It was a spur of the moment
Yeah.
thing that happened where I
Y'all
don't
were
even...
trying to sing together and sync it together and stuff,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it failed spectacularly.
I think we debated over the lyrics for a while, and then Dave sang it, you know, and made it well
yeah, of
produced.
course.
Yeah, it's got the old
Kinda
time.
like that,
Yeah. All right, what Beeple's
All right,
People are we doing?
so-
Pull out your
Pull
Beeple
up
viewer
my
of choice.
Beeple viewer of choice.
Okay.
Yeah. Your
No.
Beeple viewer of choice, you need to
stick with
go to
Instagram.
your interwebs. You need to pull up April 5th, Year of Our Lord 2018. This one is called After VR Destroyed Us. And the first thing I got to say is, show me what you got.
Oh, really? What day is this again?
April
Sorry.
5th.
April 5th.
April 5th. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
big
Beeple
head in
viewer
the
is now
sky.
loading.
Show me what you got. You can cheat
I'll
off
just
of me.
cheat off of you.
Just don't unplug any of this, or
Okay,
we'll be in
deal.
trouble. All right. So this is
Oh,
a
boy.
giant metal head with like VR goggles with pipes and stuff on it, but there's like a couple walking.
Yeah, that's the
front of it.
weird part. It's like this is not a
Some of his
weird
renders
thing.
have gotten romantic lately. You know, there's like some kind of cute thing going on.
Yeah.
But then, don't you feel like the ones where they're like divided and there's like, you know, or there's just like
Yes.
a couple walking off into the sunset kind of thing. But yeah, so is this combining?
I think this-
those worlds
like,
where
this
he's
is
got
just
the
an-
big head.
Yeah.
Show me what you got. The VR. He's just brought it all together in this one.
This almost looks like
Okay.
a monument to it.
Yeah.
Or something.
Mhm.
It's after VR destroyed us. So,
Right.
So that's to add to the narrative.
So it's like Planet of the Apes style.
Right.
Right.
This could be on the new planet or whatever
Yes.
after the VR police people have taken like from. You remember they
Yes,
had all
okay.
those. So this is
So
like
the-
this is what we used to be. Monument.
Mhm.
This is where it's come
Yeah,
from.
we're better now.
We're better
Yeah.
than this now.
Right.
Yeah. I like that. Well, okay, no, let me throw a wrench in that. Well, the last one, there was like some police officers with the VR
Yeah.
helmets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that is like the warriors almost of this whole world, right? Maybe this is a monument to the police officers who brought down all the little people's people. First off, what render engine? What do you guys think?
Octane.
Octane?
I think so.
It's really hard to tell sometimes because of the dust and scratches that he adds
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top of it.
I think he's mostly doing Octane. I
You
asked
think
him.
so?
Well, I asked him recently, so
Yeah.
yeah, he's just mostly doing Octane lately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to know where he got that couple. They're schmoopies.
Schmoopies.
Also, we've been looking out
Must
for
be inspired by the
his model,
Schmoopy
and we haven't seen it yet. Or maybe we
Yeah.
just haven't noticed.
Yeah.
Because he said he was gonna throw it in there.
What did he
Remember,
say?
he had a 3D scan of himself done,
Himself. I
Yeah.
have-
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
we have
Yeah.
to find it.
Must have turned out real bad.
You think so?
I think it's been in some. There was one where
Yeah.
there's a guy in front of like a crap ton of screens, and that looked like him. You know,
Yeah.
like the back of him.
Yeah.
We have to ask him and figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The destroyed us part did you think VR actually destroyed society, or it's just one of those things where we're like, Facebook has ruined us all?
Well, what if the world is actually still destroyed, but this is from someone's POV in VR still?
They think the world
They
is
think the
destroyed.
world is better and that we've gotten past it, but actually we're still in VR.
Now, okay, is that person? Is that a monument or is that a big people's?
Yeah, is
people?
that an actual person?
Right, is that an
All right,
actual?
and we're in
like,
little people's people world.
What?
Show me what you got.
Right.
I want to see what you got.
I like what you
I like what you got.
Like that could actually just be like a cliff, and he's actually just over the edge of it.
Right.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he's just holding up his little saucer full of people's people and checking it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Totally.
Yeah. I would say that since it's super heavy metal pipes, that this wouldn't be something that moves. That's the only thing, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything else?
Anybody have any
thoughts? Or are we?
If it is a big people's people, he really needs to take a shower.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He's
no,
gross.
that's a protective layer that protects him from the harsh desert sun.
Yeah.
Is it though? Well, at least wipe his nose
If
then.
we only had this stuff, if we only had this stuff for us out in the desert, we could survive NAB.
That's true.
Yeah,
true.
He's got the real tips. He's got the real tips, the real survival tips.
Right.
Okay.
What do you got?
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Thank
That's
you
a great
guys
show.
so much.
Oh, I
for
just wanted
everyone.
to add. I think from everybody here, thanks to these two guys.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The podcast has come a very long way from the early days. And we all appreciate it because we all listen to it. We're all part of this Brograph community that's grown from it. So thank you guys for all the work that you do, all the effort that you put in. We recognize it. We appreciate it. So thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro. All right, so we're going to get out of here. Make sure that you stay tuned for our coverage all week. And then the podcast next week is going to be, like we usually do, the audio of all the interviews as well. So you can watch them online.
So we can take a break.
We can take a break and try and take a little time off and rest and all that and unsick ourselves.
Yep.
And so we're going to get out of here. You can rate us on iTunes, leave a review. You can also subscribe to us on your podcatcher of choice. Subscribe to the newsletter. So you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt with the No More Graph tee. There's so many now.
Yeah.
The Gate and DeSimone limited edition t-shirt.
Super limited.
There's the Paul Badfield the Bad 2020 t-shirt. All the profits from that go to Doctors Without Borders. There's the Render Things t-shirt. There's some other ones floating around like the Max on Rick.
Max on Rick.
Max on Rick.
Which we gave to Max on Rick and he wore it to the party. Yeah. And then we also have floating around the Octane Jesus shirt. There's also
It's
you just
hilarious.
That's an Easter egg. You have to find it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna cause them trouble. And then there's another one.
The Render Wars.
There's a Render Wars one floating around.
Yeah. Basically, if you want any of these last three, you have to email us.
And there's also a really bad Beeple's People T-shirt.
Oh gosh, that one is
That's
so
the only one I have.
terrible.
With a big picture of Beeple's head making a face and Comic Sans. It says Beeple's People. Purposely bad.
I want that shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course YouTube and Brograph.com. Until next week, I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
Have a good one.
Later, bros. Yeah.
Okay, we're still live for a second, everybody, so just stand by.